Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me get in a better spot here. Okay. What are the derivatives? Well, what's the main organ of the integumentary system?
The skin,
What are the derivatives of the skin?
the epidermis,
Now, the derivatives are the what? The hair,
Oh, okay, the hair.
the nails,
Mhm.
and glands.
Okay.
Okay? The glands are always what? Exocrine glands. So that would be what? Sweat glands,
Mm-hmm.
sebaceous glands, and ceruminous glands. You with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right, good. How many layers are there to the skin?
3.
Can you name them?
Epidermis, dermis is subcutaneous.
Oh, good for you. Right. Okay, yeah. What's the dermis made out of?
Epithelium tissue.
Which one?
Epidermis.
The epidermis is made out of what kind of epithelium?
Connective.
What kind of epithelium?
Oh, okay.
Stratified?
Stratified squamous
Epithelium.
epithelium. Okay.
That's what the epidermis is made out of.
Okay.
No panic now. Just kind of let that wash over your brain, right?
Mhm.
A stratified squamous epithelium.
Mhm.
How many layers of cells are in the epidermis?
1. Wait. No. More than 2.
Mhm.
Cells.
Because it is squamous.
Yeah.
Everywhere
Mhm.
in your skin, except for your palms and your soles of your feet, there's 4 layers of cells. In palms and soles, there's like 5.
Okay.
Can you name the 5 layers that you find on the palms and the soles? Either the bottom up or the top down, either way. I want to say something to you. You did better on this test than you did on the first one, didn't you?
Yes. Honestly,
You should have been coming to see me before now.
I know. That's what I said. And now I'm gonna start seeing you.
You better come see me more often, right?
Yes. Yes. It really just like narrowed down everything because I'm not gonna lie, it was a lot of information.
A lot of what?
It's a lot of information. Like for me to just like, I just feel like with timing, like I just have to, like it's a lot to remember, especially like, because at first I didn't used to go to like the science center, but that honestly helps a lot.
It does, doesn't it?
Because I can feel in the bones, and when I was flipping it over, I was like seeing like the holes, and then the acronyms helped because I was able to like determine what the that question was, and I wanted to see if I got that right. Cause that's,
Which one was the bones on the wrist or something, or what?
it was the inside, the rolls.
Oh, the rolls.
Yeah, that acronym helped because when I was studying yesterday, I was like, okay, ROLS. Yeah. Let's get that way. So, yeah. Let's see if I got it right.
So how many, can you name the layers of cells?
Stratum basal.
That's the bottom layer.
And then stratum spinosum.
Next layer up.
Stratum granulosa, and stratum lucidum, and stratum corneum.
All right, good. You like acronyms? You like memory devices?
Well, I usually just study from like just repeating it.
Okay. If I were going from the top down, this is just for you if you want to use this or not. From the top down. Can Lucy give some blood?
Oh, okay.
Can is what?
Corneum.
Corneum. Lucy.
Lucidum.
Give.
granulosum,
Granulosum
Yeah.
gives some
spinosum,
in blood.
basal.
That's sally or basal. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's from the top down.
Okay.
You like that?
Yeah.
And that's on the palms and the soles.
Okay.
Everywhere else, it would just be what? You can
Mhm.
give some blood.
Oh,
Okay. No Lucy.
okay.
Okay. You all right with that?
Uh-huh.
Okay. What are the functions of the skin? What does skin do for you?
Oh, protects us. Protects
It's a barrier. It's a barrier. Protects what? Everything beneath it.
Mhm.
Okay.
And regulation of body temperature,
It does.
sensation, excretion, immunity, and blood reservoir, and synthesis of vitamin D. Okay.
Good for you. Yeah. Those are the functions, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would appreciate those. The dominant cell type that's present in the epidermis is the keratinocytes, right?
Mm-hmm.
The squamous epithelial cells that produce keratin, the protein.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
But there's 3 other cells that you'll find there too, just not as plentiful. What are the other 3 cell types that you find in the epidermis?
Keratinocytes, melanocytes, and Merkel cells.
Merkel cells, uh-huh.
Merkel cells.
Did you say Langerhans cells? The
Yeah,
keratinocytes is the
Langerhans.
dominant type, right?
Uh-huh.
So then you got melanocytes, Langerhans cells, and Merkel cells.
Uh-huh.
Okay, good. Good. If you have a question, ask me.
Okay.
The dermis has how many layers to it?
3.
Can you identify the layers?
Yep, papillary layer and dermal papillary.
The reticular layer. So
Oh,
you got a dermal papillae
Oh, okay.
and a
Uh-huh.
dermal reticular layer, right? So there's two layers,
Oh,
right?
okay, yeah, 2 layers.
Okay. And the papillary layer is what? It's that layer that
Very
what projects into the epidermis above it, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. What are some structures you would find in the papillary region of the dermis? I mean, could you find capillary beds? Oh yeah, you can find capillary beds there, right?
Okay.
I know you're struggling to look in the notes here. Look at. I was trying to think about what we looked at or what we talked about in class, and I showed you some pictures. Remember the pictures? Let's see it there though. Oh no, scattered here. Here. Well, if I can get to it, I can't seem to get to it. I want to see this. Oh my goodness, that's not what I want to see. That's not what I want to see.
On 11, I picked an answer choice that wasn't even there. That's
Quick answer that wasn't there.
Yeah, like E wasn't. It had A through D, not E, and I picked E. That's shameful. Shameful.
You probably had it right the first time, didn't you? I'm guessing. Maybe not.
No. But I
How many
switched my
have you?
answer.
How many have you missed because you switched?
Oh my goodness. One so far.
Well, just kind of note that in your mind, and let that be kind of like an alert. Generally, you don't want to change unless you've got some big compelling reason for it. Okay?
Right.
Okay. except it doesn't show one thing. See the papillae or the papillae projecting up into the basal layer, pushing up into the basal layer. Now look just in those little alcoves. Do you see capillary beds?
Is it
Blood
the
vessels?
line?
You know, see those little blood vessels, the red and blue. You see nerve endings, nerves.
Yeah, I see that.
And what you don't see in this picture, and I'm sorry you don't see this, is what superficial pressure receptors. Those are called what? Meissner's corpuscles.
What was that again?
Meissner's corpuscles. That's light touch.
Oh, okay.
Hey, that's light touch. Let me try to find this other one because it'll show it better. And there it is, finally. I thought it was over here. Here. Right there. Okay. See that right there? It's also what glomerular. It says corpuscle of touch. It's light touch, as in superficial touch. Superficial pressure. That's Meissner's corpuscle for what? Light touch. Okay. You see the capillary beds, blood vessels. You can see what nerve endings. It's what you find in the papillary region of the dermis. That's the papillary region. In the reticular region now, you're going to find what? Certainly you'll see the nerves. You'll see the blood vessels, right? You'll see sweat glands with ducts. See that duct? We have two kinds of sweat glands now, right? We have a group of sweat glands that has their own what? Duct. It goes all the way to the surface, right? Those are called eccrine sweat glands. We also have apocrine sweat glands. Those do what? Secrete the sweat into the follicles of hair, the hair follicles, right? Okay, good. Also in this reticular region, you'll find hair follicles. You'll find these are sebaceous glands. They're oil-producing glands, right? Sebaceous glands. They secrete their sebum into hair follicles, and that's carried all the way to the surface of the body through the hair follicles. Okay. It's good to know what the structures are in the dermis. And then when it comes to what the hypodermis, or subcutaneous layer, right? Big blood vessels, you got a combination of what? Areolar connective tissue and fat, or adipose tissue. But please notice this. In your notes, it suggests that this is actually, it suggests that it's in this layer. This is actually in this layer. Yeah, okay? That's the corpuscle of deep touch. The deep pressure receptor. Is that too much?
No.
Okay, so how many layers are to the skin? Three. Epidermis, dermis, and hypodermis, right? How many divisions of the epidermis? None. But there's what? 4 or 5 layers of cells, depending on where you are, in the body. In the dermis, how many subdivisions are there? 2. Top layer, bottom layer. Bottom layer is much bigger. That's the reticular layer. But the top layer is the papillary region, much more superficial, right? Papillary region has what in it?
It has areolar connective tissue.
I'm kind of with that. Yeah, thank you very much. The composition's areolar. What other kind of structures could you find in the papillary region?
Elastic fibers.
Now that's fibers. What other kind of structures can you find in the papillary region of the dermis? Can you find blood vessels?
Yes.
Can you find capillary beds?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you find Meissner's corpuscles? Good. Can you find free nerve endings, which are typically pain receptor?
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay.
You okay with that?
Uh-huh.
Now, move out of the papillary region into what the
Reticular.
reticular region. What are you going to find? Some big things. What are you going to find? Tell me some things.
Collagen, elastic fibers, adipose tissue, hair follicles, nerves, sebaceous oil glands, ducts, and
Good for you.
pseudo.
Yes, ma'am. Come in. How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. What's new?
Not really. I was trying to ask if it's possible to extend the exam.
Why?
I'll have a lot going on.
How long?
Probably on Tuesday.
Tuesday?
Uh-huh.
Think that's necessary? Would it be helpful to you?
It does.
Sweetheart, let me just a minute, please. You're Tuesday, Thursday, correct? Am I
Yes.
correct? Am I
Yeah.
correct?
You're correct, sir.
All right.
I picked the wrong one. I picked.
You're either 1-0.
I mean, actually, I picked 14.
I picked 14.
Yeah.
But it's D.
Wow. Articulating with the sternum?
If it said,
True ribs?
yeah, or
Tell me your last name again.
L-E-G-L-I.
Oh, sure. Okay. Of course it is. I like that name. And when you said that, so of course it is. I
That was
know.
a tricky question.
Let me go back. Now you're in the other section
It
though.
was just a
2-4.
lot of, like irregular true.
I bet.
Yeah, floating.
Just got all of it.
There you are.
Yep.
Habersoni.
Yes, sir.
What do your friends call you?
Yes.
Alexa, the middle
Huh?
name. Middle name. The middle name. Alexel.
Tibia.
Alexel.
Yeah.
So what?
Tibia.
See, I don't have that here. Okay. Alexel. Okay.
Tibia.
All right.
What did
Let
you
me
get?
think about this a minute.
Huh?
I failed.
You think
Like
you
what
need to extend it? Do you?
Yeah.
I got an arm. I think it was a humerus.
Let
Yeah.
me go back here.
I didn't realize
Let me go
Yeah, me
to
too. I did.
this.
But thanks his office hours.
Let's go to this.
He was emphasizing on that. So I was like, and then like,
Let's go to this.
yeah.
Okay.
I need breathing. Yeah, first. Wait, what score did you make? Why do you do that? Why did everybody do that?
I know, it's because, like, I'm embarrassed to say it.
You're gonna do better, okay? Close.
11:59 p.m.
Sure.
See.
Thank you
You're
so
welcome.
much.
This Mercury receives the all
We're not telling her what you want to.
31. Okay. Yes, sir.
It is 1-0.
This one can be present with them.
Do you want to pick the things you think you're weak on and go there, or do you just want me to walk you through these 4 chapters, 5 chapters?
I just want to know, like, what's on
The
test.
test.
Because when I was studying for the lab
Uh huh.
test,
Uh-huh.
I studied the things that weren't on the test. So I was kind of disappointed, but
Okay.
I just want to make sure this time.
Okay. So make sure you're emphasizing the right
Yeah, the right
material.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Let me look at this real quick here, please, ma'am.
What does a star mean?
Star is an error. It means you're going to get credit for that.
Yay.
That's what it means.
Okay.
It means that something was smudged either on the key
Oh.
or maybe on the student, but I don't think it was on yours. Yours was pretty clean, wasn't it?
Yes.
You didn't have any eraser smudges or anything like that.
Yay.
I think it was probably on the key, and it means you're going to get credit for that. Is what it means. It means everybody's going to get credit for that.
Because everybody got an error?
No,
Oh.
it means I'm going to throw it in for everybody.
Okay.
Everybody. So that's going to help you, right?
35. 33.
Okay. Okay. What are the normal skin colors? The normal skin colors. Let me rephrase that. What are the normal pigments that contribute to the skin colors? Let's do that.
Melanin, choline, and hemoglobin.
Okay. So melanin's what? Brown to black. What's hemoglobin? What color is that? It'd be red.
Oh, okay, red.
Yeah. And then what? Did you mention carotene? I don't know if you did. Carotene.
Okay.
What color is that normally?
I'm guessing yellow.
It's kind of an orange. Kind of an orange color,
Okay.
yeah. Okay, those are normal colors, right? What are abnormal colors?
Cyanosis,
Okay, what is that color?
pale to blue,
Yes, ma'am. Good for you.
and then jaundice, which is yellow,
Yes.
and then erythema. Well, I just have information from cardiovascular.
So it'd be red.
Oh, okay.
Excessively red, right? Erythema is like inflammation, excessively red. You with that? Okay, good. How are you doing, man?
Okay,
What's new?
not much.
What do you say? What can I do for you?
Wait, you did change the test, the due date for the test on Sunday? Yeah, no. Yeah,
Are you Tuesday, Thursday? You're Monday.
I'm Monday, Wednesday.
Why do you ask me that question?
Because I'm going out of town this weekend, so I need to.
Do you want to move it to Tuesday?
Sure, that's fine. I like Tuesday.
Yes, I can do that. Where you going out to? Where you going?
Houston?
It's not very exotic. Not exactly a vacation spot or something, is it?
I wouldn't say it's
You
vacation.
going down there to visit family or something?
Visit friends. It's one of my
When
friends.
are you gonna take this test? Monday or Tuesday?
I was gonna take it Monday morning.
Just a minute. I can do that. You're catching me at a good time.
Really?
When's your? You don't know your section number though, do you? No.
No, sir. I did not know.
Monday, you're just a minute. You're either 2-0 or you're 2-3-3. Just 2-0.